The race to the Champions League is heating up as finally we both find ourselves in the Premier League managing Brentford and Tottenham. It's only taken us to the 13th season, but after a cracking Premier League campaign, one of us is finally playing in the Champions League, as my second place finish with Spurs confirms my qualification in the competition. Dad's Brentford side might not be too far behind me though, as there's a lot of quality in his squad and a transfer budget to improve. But the journey so far has certainly not been an easy one for either of us, and building our dynasty as football managers has had its ups and downs. Although my dad has had more downs than I have, being sacked twice so far. Either way, he's at a club now that he can certainly build with and help him catch up rather quickly in Brentford. Hilariously, after waiting all summer though, 2 seasons ago for Juventus, they approached me this season, but it was too late. I'm happy at Spurs and their team is an aging one, so I ain't jumping ship just yet. And we are staying in London. Now, I am still the Tottenham manager. There was some temptation.
Yeah, I bet there was.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Obviously, a job that I went for, well, I was praying to come up.
Yeah, you're waiting for it.
A couple of years ago, a couple of seasons ago. We were waiting there for ages for them to finally pull the trigger. They didn't. But then they came calling to me. But after a little bit look at their side.
Yeah, you were at a world-class team there, weren't you?
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine the state that Juventus has got, that somehow Spurs is the better option. God knows. Can't believe it myself either. But here we are. I'm still the Spurs manager, and you're still the Brentford manager.
Yes.
For now.
I'm pleased with that, though.
Yeah. I didn't have much money, so I'll go over the transfers rather quickly. There was only a couple really that happened, and I did have to sell a £25 million player in Belakazar, who I wasn't really using. He was kind of like third choice striker. I have been turning down offers of like £80 million, £90 million for a backup winger, but there's no point in me selling him when I can only get 40%. I just didn't see the point in it, to be honest. Because, to be honest, the players I did bring in already, I was kind of happy with, and I've spent quite well, I actually think. So Juan Diaz, £6.25 million has joined the club. Right midfielder, that's a really good bargain for £6 million.
Yeah.
Carlo Volpez was the other player that I bought with the money that I had from Belakazar. He is a fantastic centre-back. Really good option. The only bad side is he is 5'9", but he is Italian, which means 5'9", Italian, that's Cannavaro.
Yeah.
So Cannavaro is basically now playing for Tottenham. And then I lost a few players because of contracts. 2 of them were on 300 grand a week, which meant the wage bill I could then turn into transfer budget, and it allowed me to spend nearly £56 million. Mental, really, but that's how it worked. I lost the likes of Mickey van der Ven, Manu Kone. I think there was another player. I think the keeper was on 300 grand a week as well. So there was a lot of money going out in terms of wages. And I brought in Paul Wanner from Brighton. Quite a nice little versatile player who can play in a number of different positions. Yep. Then I've got Philip Jorgensen. I've just lost the goalkeeper, so I brought in Philip Jorgensen on a free transfer. He can definitely be good for another season or 2 for me. Then we got Jack Allen from PSG, £23 million. He is a good right back or left back. English as well, so fit with the homegrown quota. Really good mentals, decent physicals. And then finally we've got Alouane Fall, £32 million from Atletico Madrid. Got myself a left-footed centre-back who I think is better than the one that I've already got. Now, tactically, I'm sticking pretty much with the same. However, I am going to nail in a few players for as many games as possible. The likes of Diaz, who I think could be fantastic. When I do best 11 pick, it puts in a 35-year-old Kulusevski in there. And to be honest, as great as he is, I think giving Diaz the time and opportunity at age 21 right now is probably a better option for me. Allen at right back and Volpez at right centre-back for some reason does not go in there with a 7 jump reach at 5'9". So that's probably the reason why. But I'm sticking with what we've got. Now, over to you, Dad.
Yeah.
You've also had quite an active transfer window, and you obviously had the money. The pressure was on, really.
Yeah, it was,
because you had the money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of players left, but a few players left on free transfers.
Well, I was the same as you. I didn't get much money for them, so...
No. You sold a couple of players here. I mean, Eduardo left for £17 million. He was like a third choice striker.
Players that didn't really want to stay neither, so get them off the wage bill.
Segovia, £5 million.
Try and make that transfer fee a little bit better.
That's right,
Getting them off the wage bill. So,
then players started to come in. From Newcastle, £35 million. AJ Mali. Again, he's English, only 21, has potential. Can play CDM, can play centre-back.
Yeah,
good option.
That's where I felt my weaknesses were, in that sort of defensive midfielder and centre-backs. Really.
Yeah. Left foot as well, so you can play that part. Then we've got Ibrahim Ibrahima Cisse, Anderlecht, £21 million. Again, I like the look of this one.
Yeah.
Great physicals, great
mentals as well. Good aggression as well. That's what I like as well.
Decent centre-back,
Don't mind putting
21.
Yeah, for 21, it's a good player, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quite good with both feet.
Yeah.
So that's good too. It's very unlike me praising your transfers, but here's another one. 3 for 3. I think you've done really well.
Yeah.
Rafael Motta from Sporting. I think with this one, you just missed out on a centre-back. You were trying to go for.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And it was kind of scrambled around, and then you stumbled upon this guy, who is left-footed again.
Yeah, so that makes it even better then, really.
Great centre-back.
It's just strengthened my defence up really, really good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, of course. My former player
Yeah.
at Sporting. So I don't really remember using him too much, but I think he's good, to be fair. Really good. So let's have a look at the fixtures so far then. Both are still in the Premier League. Haven't played each other. Dad, you've managed to beat the hardest game that you've had at home to Liverpool, 1-0, and then draw a lot of the rest.
I'm not losing. That's what I like about it. Yeah. I'm still unbeaten, so I'm pleased with that really good start.
Saved by a 93rd minute winner there by Reynero.
I love a late goal.
Yeah. I mean, he's been quite crucial for you. He's got a couple of good goals at the start of the season here, Reynero. 2-0 against Southampton in the Cup, and a 1-0 against Crystal Palace away from home against 10 men. But yeah, so far, so good in 7th place.
Take out, I'm unbeaten.
It's not been too bad. And tactically, you have changed things around. Of course, he has.
A little bit, yeah.
The Tinker Man.
I wanted to get 2 up front as well, so that was the main reason why, really.
Locking in Mali then there.
Yeah.
If we didn't do that, pick without restriction best 11, you can see what the likes of who's going where. So I think your strike force is actually quite scary.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get the 2 up front, really.
Grondin's up there, who's decent. Reynero, we've seen score a few goals. McKean is one of your best creative talents in there, that 20 flair, very Grealish-like as we compared him to recently. And Metzel on the left is not a bad player either to have. So some really good options in there. But yeah, then you've secured your defence up. I think you definitely are going to push on from the finisher you had last season.
That's what I'm hoping for, really. That's what I need to do.
You need to push for those European spots.
If I get into the European spot, I'll be really, really pleased.
Yeah, exactly. Now, speaking of European spots, of course, this season is the first season that one of us is playing Champions League football. We're in like year 12. It's the race to the Champions League. Let's be fair, it's tortoise versus the tortoise at the minute.
Yeah, definitely.
So if I did pick my best 11, you can see the likes of the players going in there, which is the reason why I nailed in the players that I have done. My halfback had a lot of offers coming in this whole pre-season, but I wanted to keep hold of him. I think he's arguably the best CDM in the game right now. And of course, my winger was also really good. Didn't have many offers for him, which I was quite surprised with, but I'm happy about. The guy that I was getting all the offers for was Zuniga, who is his replacement. I mean, he's valued somehow at 144 to 172, and I was rejecting bids of like £90 million. If it was around about that money, maybe I would have accepted. I don't know, but I still only got 40% of it.
That's the problem, isn't it?
That is the trouble. Now, I started the season quite well, although I did lose my opening fixture against Brighton, who still have Evan Ferguson somehow 2-1. But then I haven't conceded a goal since. Leicester 3-0, Villa 2-0, Manchester United 1-0. Yeah. Champions League fixtures then. Let's have a look at it. The first time one of us is playing in the Champions League, Real Sociedad, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, the first 3 games there. It's really difficult, isn't it? Because I've got Napoli and Barcelona in the middle.
I think you've got 3 hard
games that I should win.
Well, I think you've got 3 hard games. Milan, Bayern Munich, and Barcelona.
Yeah, Real Sociedad's kind of like one of them.
Yeah. I think
Napoli again.
You've got a good enough team, I think, that get you through.
Yes, I agree. At least through the playoff spot. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. First time in the Champions League. Let's see how this season plays out. Will I be going for the trophy? Will Dad be catching me up and picking up some European spots? Let's find out. Dad's start to the season beating the big boys continued as he went to Manchester City and took the 3 points comfortably, with Grondin scoring both goals before half-time. That stopped, however, in October, and he then faced both Chelsea and Arsenal and lost both by the same scoreline, meaning Brentford currently sit in 8th place, but on the same points as me in 6th. And that's because my results have been poor, including my 3 opening Champions League games, picking up just 1 point after losing to Milan and Bayern. By December, I was going into a game against Barcelona needing to win to keep my hopes of qualifying alive, and somehow we pulled off a lovely 2-0 win with 2 very good goals. My form was far from great in the competition, but we scraped through qualification in 20th place, and it's a playoff match up next to stay in the Champions League. What was a highlight for me, and certainly not my dad, was when we clashed in late December in what was a very much one-sided match. Not helped by the fact that Dad's player got a straight red card just before half-time. My Tottenham side were already 3-0 up at that point though, and the match ended 5-0 with only one Brentford shot all game. Although if you are looking at the league table, Brentford are higher by a point, having played one extra game so far. Back to the Champions League though, and despite a bad second leg, we eased through to the round of 16 with 4-1 winners on aggregate. During February, Dad's Brentford side did drop some points, but looking at the league table, they are still well within a shout of pushing for the Champions League spots at the end of the season. With Chelsea kind of running away with the league title, I had to focus on Real Madrid, who we had drawn in the Champions League next. And in the first leg, with the score being level at 1-1 late into the game, we scored two very late headers to give ourselves a shock 2-goal advantage to take to Spain for the second leg, where we fought valiantly, securing a 0-0 to progress, only to face the small matter of PSG in the quarterfinals. Dad's Brentford side kept plodding along though, and even picked up some more big wins like beating Arsenal, and with 7 games remaining stood an outside chance of still finishing in the top 4 or 5 spots. In our first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals though against PSG, we travelled to Paris and managed to take the lead, but was pegged back when the second own goal of the game was scored. The second leg also finished 1-1, meaning it went to extra time where we took the lead in the 98th minute. And in the second half of extra time, we counter-attacked PSG to score a third to put us into the semi-final past my former keeper Horby from Sporting. But Dad's Brentford continued picking up points, and with just 3 games remaining and playing me on the final day, could still finish the Champions League spots and even knock me out of them. However, my mind was not on Dad's Brentford team, because I have a chance after a 1-1 first leg draw to win the challenge altogether as we head to the second leg to play at home. Could this be the final moments of the race to the Champions League? Now.
I'm pleased with that.
Very good season for the both of us.
I'm only 3 points behind you as well, so
yes,
I'm catching you.
Yeah. I mean, what I didn't notice at the start of the season, whether it happened during the season, but we have mentioned how a lot of these clubs have had money troubles. 9 points deducted from Villa, 9 points deducted from Fulham. Villa just surviving, Fulham going down.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of financial trouble in this game at the minute, especially in this league. Even the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool dropped off to mid-table. You're above Manchester City, who, by the way, sacked their manager during the season.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah.
None of us were tempted. They've employed Danny Royal, who I quite like, to be fair. He's a Sheffield Wednesday current manager. But yeah, we've had Vincent Kompany, who was there for 6 years, and he was sacked.
I mean, Pep was sacked. Well, I mean, was that?
Pep was sacked 8 years.
Yeah.
He lasted at the job. He lasted till 2025. So Unai Emery came in. He lasted another 3 years. Won a Premier League or 2. He left the manager role, but Vincent Kompany, he's won Champions Leagues.
That's funny because they have
been sacked.
They sort of penciled him in as being a future manager at Man City as well, didn't they?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could well be. So yeah, they've had a bad season, and you've managed to sneak above, but you're only 3 points behind me, Dad.
Yeah, I was pleased with that.
Very good.
Good season for me.
None of us was ever close to Chelsea. Chelsea kind of ran away with the Premier League this season. If you look at the past positions as well, look at that, nowhere near.
Stayed there, didn't they?
Yeah, it was kind of a mixture of second was between myself, Manchester United, Brighton, and I think Newcastle was close. They were third a few times. And then, as you say, you were kind of like in this area for a long time.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, just snuck up a little bit into that 6th spot. You actually were in 5th until the final game of the season. But it's been a great season for you. Samuel Marodi on with 15 goals. Evan Ferguson was the top scorer up there. But we haven't got anybody else. Jorgensen is there for clean sheets, but nothing as of note.
No, nothing stands out really, does it?
No. We're going to go to you first. Cup competitions. No cups whatsoever. 3rd round by Stoke. 5th round by Brighton.
Disappointed with that, but I'm still happy with the season.
Yeah.
Get myself in 6th. I'm pleased with that.
Not too bad
good
at all.
season, really, yeah.
Grondin's had a good amount of goals as well, we can see, so that's a positive as well.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why we went to Dad first. And as you know, I've been on an unbelievable cup run, and somehow, not only have I won the FA Cup, but I am in the Champions League final in the first season
One of us is
against Chelsea. Now, in the league, I recently played Chelsea. I lost against them 1-0 away from home. It was a tight game, and as we said, they ran away with the league. but I have got them in the Champions League final. In the FA Cup final, I played Bournemouth 4-2, that win. That was nice. Beat Arsenal in a North London derby in the semi-final. But the Champions League, what a run I had. I was in the knockout playoff round after a bad group stage. Well, we won't skip past it. 20th place. I lost 3 games. Partizan was one of them as well. Bayern Munich and Milan. Giroud and Napoli and Real Sociedad. Got a great win against Barcelona. But then into the knockout playoff round, I played Real Sociedad again. Beat them 4-1. Round of 16, Real Madrid. 3-1 against Real Madrid. Quarter-final was against PSG. I'm playing all the big boys.
Yeah.
4-2 on aggregate. Semi-final, knocking out AC Milan 3-2. Chelsea knocked out Man City. And now we've got to watch the Champions League final. The race to the Champions League has been terrible in terms of actually qualifying for the Champions League. And now one of us is finally in it, and we've got all the way to the final.
I can't
come on.
to say this. Come on, Spurs. Really? I've got to support. I can't support bloody
That
Chelsea.
means you lose the challenge.
I don't care. Come on, Spurs.
Well, let's find out and see what happens. Well, the lineups are in, and what's even funnier is the Chelsea manager is Ange Postecoglou.
Couldn't like this, could you?
You literally couldn't. There's some obviously recognisable faces in that Chelsea lineup. Some that are very, very good. But as you can see, we're lining up with almost our strongest 11. We're just missing a right back, but Dragusin is still really good in that position. Samuel Marodion, 25 goals this season, sits up top. But this Chelsea team has the likes of Florian Wirtz and Caicedo, some really recognisable players. And of course, they trounced the Premier League this season. They won it easy. I need to give them a bit of a game this year because, of course, they beat me in the league already. This one's going to be really difficult. Oh, straight away, we've got...
Oh, not Ndugi.
Ndugi.
That is a bad injury for you.
We've had to play Madrigal there, who I don't actually think plays naturally. Doesn't play left back at all. Ooh. We have Paul Wano. Maybe he can play there. Is he left-footed? He is left-footed. Let's go with him instead. I think I'd rather play somebody who knows the role a little bit better than just a random... Are you joking? We are 7 minutes into the game, and both my left back and my main striker is out injured. Okay, Zuniga with his 11 finishing, or Mehmet, who kind of has a bit better finishing. Let's go with him. Oh, I can't believe this already. I mean, if there's another one, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. First highlight of the game is a Chelsea free kick, though. Standing over the ball is Araujo. Curls one into the side of the net. Never worry, because Jorgensen wasn't worried.
That was close.
No, it wasn't. Side net. What is happening?
You're just losing all your best players, mate, aren't you?
Juan Diaz is now injured, and now I have to find myself. I mean, we've got Dejan Kulusevski. The experience of Kulusevski can go up there, but that's 3 players injured in the first half.
He could come on and be a match winner for you, though.
Dirty Chelsea. What is happening here? Well, it's half-time. We had 3 injuries, 1 highlight. So this Champions League final is probably the worst one you're ever going to see.
Definitely.
First half has not been great. Let's hope the second half is a little bit more entertaining and a lot less painful for my players. Okay, we're at the 75th minute now. I'm going to change it. I'm at cautious at the minute. I'm going to go attacking.
You got it, I think.
Yeah.
You got to go and win this game.
It's there to be won now. I don't know whether I want to make any changes, though. Because some of the players that I've got are just too good to be not on the pitch.
Well, the problem is you've been forced to make 3 changes, haven't you?
Yeah, already. Which might be the players that I would have chose to actually take off. I've got the likes of Mohamed, who's quite good. I might give him a game and maybe take off Fred, who isn't having the best of games. He looks quite good, though. But actually, he's having an okay game. Maybe I'll take off Sarr, who isn't having a very good game. At age 33 now, he's still really good. But yeah, let's put on Mohamed. No substitutes, stoppages. Has all stoppages been used? What? So I can't even make any more subs? What is happening in this? Do I have to now wait for extra time? I'm not quite sure what that meant. Gonzalez down the left. Bad to Ibrahim. Come on, don't concede now. Caicedo, always at the post.
Oh, I thought he saved it.
It might have been a bit of both. Might have been a bit of both. Lopez crossed it in. Ibrahim's there. That's a good save.
Yeah.
Come on, Jorgensen. Okay, Chelsea with Caicedo having way too much time and space in there. How's he been able to just run with the ball like that?
Come on, you've got to win the ball. You've got to get some sort of chance here, haven't you?
Surely. I don't want to change too much because it's got me to the final.
Oh, good run down there.
But Ibrahim is going to cross it. Volpez, well done. That's why I brought you in. That's why I brought you in. But I feel like there's going to be a second bite of the cherry here for Chelsea. We're not closing him down too well. Oh, that's good. But come on, Fred. Uh-oh, fall. Ooh. This has to end somehow. Costa gonna whip a ball in. There's Araujo out for a corner ball.
Oh, they're gonna show that as a highlight as well.
Corner be whipped in by Ibrahim. Rolf, good block. Diving header out. We are backs against the wall here. Alfie Dorrington against his old club. Gonzalez, don't bring it down. Don't bring it down. Just stop the cross. That will do for now. Get the ball out. This has got extra time penalties written all over it.
Hasn't it?
0-0 penalties. I can just see it. Or maybe not. Ooh. Finally, we have a highlight. We'll start with the ball.
Love a late goal. Come on.
I'll happily take a smash and grab. There's Mehmet. Substitute. Bring it across. Come on. Liakopoulos. There he is again.
Played.
Good ball. Sars at the back post. Was going to take him off. Oh, it's at the top of the bar. My only chance so far in this game. One shot on target after 7. Oh no. Second minute of stoppage time. For now. Oh, that's a bit risky. Get rid of it. Volpez. Oh my God. Why are we doing triangles on the edge of the area?
This is like watching real Spurs.
And just us pinned in. Hoof ball. And we've lost it. That's the trouble. Why do all that passing around and then decide to hoof it? That's the trouble. We had no options going forward. Everybody is stationary. Too cautious. Verts finding Ibrahim on the left. Kulusevski's done well to close him down.
Don't let him. Oh,
but that's a great cross for Fred. Headed out. Down to our danger man. There's a bit of time. It's
no, not that way.
It's like he wants us to lose. Bishop's picked it up. Costa might be onside. Oh, he was off. He's off. We're all good. And it is extra time. Can I make subs now, please? I should be able to make another sub, at least here. Okay, so I was going to do this one anyway. Let's put Mohamed in. I think I do get another one, but I might save it for penalties and just have a look at that. Okay. The race to the Champions League could come down to extra time or penalties. It's an early highlight in extra time with Chelsea on the ball. Oh, Mohamed's stolen it. The substitute. Mohamed. Oh, he's wasted it. It's a horrific shot. Got another chance, maybe.
Nearly a really good substitution then, wasn't
it? That was, yeah. My name would have been up in lights. Oh, Gordo. Back to Jorgensen. Volpez. Come on. Finds Fred, who's unbelievable on the ball, by the way. 20 passing. Draguson.
Get it over.
Good cross. Unlucky. Moroni with the ball for Chelsea. Finds Verts.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's gone on a bit of a run. There we go.
Oh, he gets better.
I can't take this.
Oh, look at them two on the far post.
Oh, no. Costa, we're being overrun. We're being overrun. That's offside. Surely that's got to be off. That's got to be offside.
It looked offside, didn't it?
Araujo puts the ball in the net. The defenders are appealing for offside. I think it's got to be. Ghosted VAR. Disallowed. Disallowed for now. There's been more action in this first half of extra time than there was in the whole of the first half. Maybe even the whole game. Right before half time and extra time. There is another highlight, though. Caicedo with the ball. He's kind of been running it, isn't he, Caicedo?
They're playing through the midfield at the moment,
yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, a good run.
He's got the pace on him. Dragovic finds time and space. What a save. Oh, no, he just blasted it over. I thought it was a cracking save. Half-time. Half-time. Come on.
Nervous?
I'm a little bit, but I just don't want it to go to penalties, if I'm honest. The trouble is, I don't know if I've got any good penalty takers on the bench, like penalty taking of 5, Mesaric. I might just leave it as it is, to be honest. Is Zuniga any decent at penalties? 9?
Oh, it's not good, is it?
No, I don't even know whether to take. Liakopoulos is my best player, and he's playing too well for me to take him off. I am actually kind of tempted to take off Kulusevski, who's pressured by something, and put on Zuniga. Pressured by the feedback. Yeah, you're coming off. I can't have you being a little bit worried about stuff. Zuniga on the pitch.
Big decision that was.
£90 million I rejected for him. Now it's time to prove me right. 5 minutes left of extra time. It's going to go to penalties. I'm going to get him to take the first one just in case. Oh, no.
Oh.
There's a highlight. 20 seconds before the end of the game, and we're messing around with it on the edge of our area. Draguson. Come on. Mohamed. Fred.
Oh no.
I'm just praising him for his passing. I'm just saying how good his passing was.
No! What did keeper do there? No way! What was that keeper doing?
I don't believe it. It's the 21st minute.
That's an awful pass. What did the keeper do? Did he slip or something?
That is the worst goalkeeping error I've ever seen. Chelsea win the Champions League because of it.
I've always criticised Spurs goalkeepers.
I'll tell you what, he won't be a Spurs goalkeeper for much longer. He is out the door. Jorgensen, I'm not even going to let you get to the changing room. Pack your bags, you're gone, son. What is that? That is embarrassing. I reckon he's got a Chelsea shot. Is that him? There's got 2 keepers on there. That's one of mine, I reckon. That's Jorgensen. I bet it is. You can't click this because it's in.
Awful.
That is a sham. Well,
Fixing. Definitely fix that was.
at least there's another season and another chance for you to win
Oh.
the Champions League. But I have well and truly
feel for
been
me.
screwed
Well, I can't believe that.
by Philip Jorgensen, my new goalkeeper, who I said will be good for this season. He's gone. In the summer, he is gone.
Adios.